Welcome to Alien Theorists Theorizing Live, October 29. I'm Braden.
Thumbs up.
I'm Dan. And I'm Andrew.
First off, we got to talk about. I mean, Dan and Zell are probably going to be a little bit.
You want to talk about botchamania?
We got to talk about the fucking
Abu Dhabi
sports
screw drive
conspiracy here.
The Abu Dhabi screw drop.
Holy fuck, dude!
Big time.
Biggest heavyweight fight in forever. Francis
no.
Ngannou versus Tyson Fury.
You know what? No, that was a lie. This was a fucking sideshow that everybody thought was going to be a joke, and by all means, it should have been a joke. And everybody was surprised to see probably one of the best heavyweight fights we've seen in 2 years.
At the end of the fight, did they pull off their masks and they were reptilians? Or what's the big...
Well, they should be. That would have made more sense.
But Francis Ngannou won that fight.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you guys know who Francis Ngannou is?
I heard he lost.
Well, he should have won.
Yeah, he did. He should have won. But the conspiracy is that Fury already has a heavyweight unification fight booked in December, and the belt wasn't on the line for this fight. So it was ugh. Well, it's you want to leave Saudi?
Yeah, well, but it's
judges.
Either way, it was a lose-lose though, because it's definitely deflated a little bit of the air out of Fury's tires. You're like, fuck, this guy couldn't even take. Yeah. It was Ngannou's first boxing match ever. Well, professional boxing match ever.
Yeah, it was something else.
Guy literally couldn't throw hands in the UFC. They looked awful. He would starch people, but his hand, he would just basically windmill punch people.
Maybe this is another one of your guys'
sports conspirators.
You got suckered in just like a Jake Paul. Maybe this was all a big sham.
Oh, I don't know. It looked real.
I don't know.
With the Jake Paul shit, you're like, oh no, I can see why this is bogus. This looked
no one got
really
hurt.
Real.
But this one, the guys were cut. Fury was cut. He had some black eyes.
Jake got a little laceration with Woodley too.
Maybe you just got bought into the negative hype of the Ngannou was not very good, and turns out he actually was way better than you thought.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
John, hold on. We got to give John Jacoby a shout out before he has a meltdown again.
Fucking John Jingleheimer Smith over here.
John,
we missed it. He
Jingleheimer
Smith. He sent us $20 for some drinks. Thank you. Huge weekly supporter of the show.
Yeah,
we really appreciate it. Dan sent us that awesome article of congressmen and congresswomen being like, we haven't learned nothing from these congressional hearings. We don't know anything. They won't give us any information.
There's nothing to give.
To say I tell you so. Yeah, I'd hate to tell everybody I told you so, but it was they managed to represent. It was Representative Tim Burchett made one of the comments, and then it's Anna Luna, and then I think Mouskowitz was also one of the other guys. They managed to get into a secure a skiff with one of the people kind of concerned. Was it the IG, Inspector General? About these, this was kind of the follow up to what we had when David Grusch came on with Favor and fucking Grusch Hour.
Grusch Hour. That's his podcast. If he doesn't have that yet, he has to start that.
Trademark.
Yeah, contact Big. Yeah, we trademarked it.
We trademarked your show
contact
for
Big
you.
Theory. Trademark. We said we.
Well, that means it's got to be on the network, right?
Yeah.
Big Theory presents the Grusch Hour.
Grusch Hour.
Unfulfilled UFO promises every week.
Yeah.
Bigger news every week.
He tells you who he heard something from some guy.
So they managed to get into a skiff with this with the IG and then the Inspector General, and they got him out of there with we didn't learn anything. We weren't, they just told us that we weren't cleared to hear anything. I'm like, yes, that's kind of how security clearances work. You walk in there, you think you're going to walk in there without a security clearance and get it. So there's some kind of nuance to it where it's they said they came out of there basically saying that extremely disappointed because they're not cleared to hear information on some of these topics of UAPs and what people have been seeing, or what the analysis shows that some of these things have their capabilities, where they're cited, things like that. And there's a bit of confusion, or at least they found kind of the most disconcerting part of these hearings, and when they were in this interview, was that they can't figure out who is cleared to give them clearance. How would you go about getting clearance to get some of this stuff? And they're
it's literally just government bureaucracy at work. They're just
yeah, I mean,
If you don't know who clears people, you don't even have enough clearance to know that.
Well, that's
you're so far down the clearance chain.
That's kind of the thing where they're saying that it's like some of these projects and stuff that would be, if they were dealing with UFOs and things, it would probably be like above top secret. They'd be in that like need to know, the need to know area of like
when you apply,
clearance.
it's just Jack Nicholas fucking sitting at a desk screaming, "You can't handle the truth."
Yeah, exactly.
Denied.
At
a desk.
So they're trying to figure out like how they would go about getting the clearance, who is cleared to hear this kind of information. And I just imagine like the whole thing just kind of went down like, okay, can you tell us about information about this specific event they probably heard about? And they're like, no, I can't. You can't share that information. You don't have the clearance. Well, who does have clearance? Like, I can't tell you that. You're not cleared. You're not cleared.
No one's clear.
Yeah.
But they, it was the. But yeah, that's kind of what they're. You mentioned the entire thing of like the criticism of governmental bureaucracy is what they're kind of going like. Yeah, all this red tape about citizens trying to find information about these things that are concerning to us. This can somehow. And
Caitlin Johnson just give us a little tip there. Thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you.
Fighting against the government bureaucracy. Thank you.
We had a good question in the chat that I thought was good in our Discord. If you got some questions for us, we're going to open the lines at the end of the show. But if you have some questions, shoot them in the chat. Maybe we'll get to them. We prioritize ones in our Discord server. If you want access to our Discord, head to patreon.com/alien theorists podcast. This one comes from Lizard Caveman, old friend of the show, 3rd place winner in the logo contest. He said, this is a good question, I thought. How do you think UFO tractor beams work? What are your thoughts? Right? We've all seen it. Zoom up, float up. But how does that, what do we think the technology is that is allowing?
It's actually quite simple. It's just atomic magnetism. And it'll attract everything. It doesn't matter. It could be any type of product. They could dial it in. If they want organic, they could dial it in. If they want a ship, they want metal. Simple. He's got a couple big dials that they just turn it till they get the right frequency.
The frequency? That's the noise you hear in the ship when it's above you. I like that.
I mean, how else?
I don't know. They have they have a gravity device. They can manipulate gravity within whatever's in that fucking light that they beam down. They can direct it.
But the thing is, see, the interesting thing with that is, and because if reverse gravity, because you float up, right? So it's like Lizard Caveman said, he's like, he gave us his point too. He said he theorizes that they may utilize some sort of density altering tech, causing the cream to rise to the top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
so what, your body would just fold inside out and all the blood would go to the top?
Well, like, what is it? I remember with Star Trek, like, when they beam themselves up, aren't they basically just like reanimated?
Well, that's a teleporter.
Like their bodies die?
That's a teleporter.
That's a transporter, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's the same shit. We don't know.
Wow.
But how many cases have we actually done that has that style of tractor beam where people are like, and then I floated up to the ship? Like, I actually can't recall a lot of those. A lot of those, they'll see the light, they're on the ship.
Wake up on the ship.
Like, it's not.
Well, that like one where that woman, when she was hiding in her house, and remember, went through the door.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, which one is that?
That's a good question. I have to go back to the
It came through the window.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to bug me. But yeah, no, you're totally right. We don't hear it all the time, but it's fucking everywhere. No. Like, even it's in our logo.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's like literally
our logo's bullshit.
Yeah, right?
This never happens in real life.
I mean, yeah, if you have the ability to manipulate gravity onto like the that scale, then you'd be like, yeah, all you would have to do is create like just a cone of just like lessening gravity. They would just like go up. Like,
but if you shot at a person on the ground and the gravity just ceased to exist in that cone, all the dirt and everything else would just come up in a big cone.
Yeah, but but it's like a fucking, when you got the dial, you can turn the lights down a little low. You fucking titrate it. You like,
Yeah.
and it slowly goes down a little bit. And
Yeah,
just
but
kinda-
but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Like Zell says, if that was the case, the dirt would go first, right? Because it weighs less than a
No,
person.
I already solved it. It's because you dial in what type of matter you want to attract. If you want, okay, this is a carbon-based life form, mainly water, blah, 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 dial that in, pop them up.
Well, but maybe, so let's say the light that we see, the funnel, that is just in itself, that's exactly what it is. It's a light. And then they actually have some type of fucking pinpoint weapon that they can use to reduce the gravity of that, or just that weight of that person.
Could be.
So we could just lock onto him and just like, like we laser designate targets with like that kind of thing where you you pinpoint it on the target and then you would just kind of like, because you see the things, especially like, if you like, for example, just fire in the sky, it hits them and it pulls like from their chest, like you see. I mean, that's a movie, but I would assume like it would like in a highly localized spot, you would be like, they get pulled up from like a certain thing, and then you could expand it out to engulf the whole body instead of just like narrowing it out to the whole thing.
I like to think of this dial system though as like as difficult as like those claw machine things. So they're
Well,
just
it's just
like,
gonna fucking
fuck.
I was just gonna say though, what if it's just a giant invisible claw? Because that's what it looks like when they're getting pulled up.
Yeah, it does
Right?
a lot of
Maybe
times.
they just have a fucking rudimentary fucking
invisible
claw.
If you think about what they
There's a rudimentary invisible claw. No big
just
deal.
your everyday invisible claw. Yeah, no big deal.
the meat and
Everybody's
potatoes.
got one.
Yeah, but you'd think they can, they can fucking make shit invisible. They would have something cooler than the claw,
Invisible claw.
right?
So
I mean,
it's
I like it.
no, I like it too. But if
there's no
that
wrong
light
answers,
is so,
Dan.
no, there is no wrong
There you
answers.
go.
There's dumber answers, but no wrong ones.
Well, what did you fucking expect?
Yeah, the light is so bright though. One of the things that's always said is like it is so bright that like if it's that bright, like you maybe can't even see. So like if there was some sort of physical, like even not an invisible claw, just a claw, like you can't even see, right? And then by the time they wipe your memory, the last thing, then when they pull you up to the ship, and then all of a sudden, they're fucking probing you and everything. You're having a good time up there. Then they let you go and you have to do the hypnotic regression to get all that back. I'm sure the fucking claw is the least of your worries of memories that come flooding back.
So when you say the light is super bright, do you think that's like basically a way of like just incapacitating people? Like when you get shot, like when there's a light that bright,
Well,
you get stopped in your tracks. You don't run, right? You're stuck.
Well, it's just like
you don't know where
think
to
about
go.
At night when someone shines one of those, like, you know what I mean? One of those like fucking bright ones that pulsates, you're just like, God
So
damn,
I
I
mean,
can't see
it
shit.
incapacitates you. You can't
Yeah.
move. You
like when
can't panic. You
yeah.
can't
It's
like when
run.
I shoot,
You're frozen.
When I shoot the laser beam at the aircraft and it falls out of the sky, that kind of style.
Yeah, and the fucking FAA comes to your house.
Lizard Caveman with the old 666 number of the beast donation.
Thanks,
He was
buddy.
trying to, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Good one. What were we talking about? Tractor beams.
That's all it took to knock you out of it.
Yeah.
No, he started rocking out because he's the only one that can hear the music.
Yeah. I still have not figured out how to let it. so you guys can
yeah,
hear
that's
it.
right. There's music that plays. I forgot.
Yeah.
because
Do
I
the people
don't
on the
hear
stream
it.
Yeah.
hear the music?
Oh yeah. People on the
must.
stream
Oh,
can hear
okay.
the music. Yeah.
Does
You
it
guys
play
cannot.
Maiden? What does it play?
Yeah. Just a little
cool.
quick clip of Maiden. So we're fucking
Badass.
banned off YouTube.
Nice,
Perfect.
excellent.
Good.
Just
No,
how we like it.
I'm no. I got a little.
Should just
We're already
you
shadow
could do
banned, so what's the
Dickinson, hey?
difference?
You could do a good fucking Bruce Dickinson, can't you?
Dickinson.
Yeah.
Sing it. Just sing it. Yeah,
go.
make your own audio
Let's hear
clips.
It's very operatic. You could do that.
You think all last names? Speaking of Dickinson, think of all last names used to have meanings.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah,
At some point.
I think it's how they
For the most
started.
part.
Interesting.
Yeah, Dickinson's. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Pretty fucked up.
Just
Well, that's
saying.
it.
Yeah.
I think I remember
saying.
reading somewhere. I remember reading somewhere or hearing something where it's essentially like in Japan, like they didn't have last names for like a really long time, like until like I don't know, like late 1800s or something like that. And so they just started naming people after just like where they lived. They're just like, oh, where do you live? Over there by that mountain. Okay, your last name? Mountain. That's it. Get out. Like that's your last name from now on. Like
You know what's funny about that though? Like if let's say for whatever reason we have apocalypse, whatever, people survive, everything restarts, but like people will still kind of know general areas of towns and shit like that. That's what they would think.
Yeah.
Because like everybody's, the shit's named after people's last names now. It's just in reverse.
I've told you this before.
You think that was-
my last name is Man of Steel, so it's based off the origin.
I don't know about that.
Search
I
it right
feel
now.
like your last name. I
Search
feel
it.
like your last name should be Man of Nays, just mayonnaise. It's your complexion.
I'm searching my last name right now.
Yeah, you got to.
Selznick meaning.
Iron. Yeah. Man of Iron.
What is fucking Renner's got to be something cool?
Depends,
That's a cool
because
sounding
Selznick
last
is a
name.
name for multiple locations. So one location is Man of Seeds. And
Nice.
Oh,
Man of
yeah.
Seed. That's
yeah.
dope too.
Yeah.
and one
look at that, yeah.
location is Man of Steel or Man of Iron, like Iron Worker.
Well, that's dope.
Yeah.
Or just superhero. One of the two.
Through a town of
Yeah,
blacksmiths.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because eventually there'd be so many people like we need more differentiation of
We did well.
people.
We need to be more specific.
Oh, it's Greg. Oh, there's 1,000 Gregs. Greg who? Which Greg you talking about? You know? It's just I'm going to change my last name to just Podcast.
Yeah,
Ryan Podcast.
specific. Yeah.
Ryan Podcaster. Yeah. You know what? I think Lizard Caveman actually won a sticker pack
Cool.
with that donation. I think that was one of the hidden prizes.
We have stickers.
Yeah.
do have
We
stickers.
don't
beautiful.
physically have any of them.
We don't have
order
nothing.
from somebody else.
We don't have any of our stuff.
No, it's too
I'll
annoying
check.
to hold.
It's all in the cloud,
Yeah.
man. It's all in the cloud.
The
Yeah, it's
first
all in the
couple
cloud.
shirt orders, I held them and sent them out privately, and it was such a pain in the ass that we stopped doing
Yeah.
it.
But we did it.
It's I'll double check. Lizard Caveman, I think you may have, and I have another package to send to you, so I'll just tag on to what we already owe you here, buddy.
It's working up the tab.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Just so you know, if anyone else tips that and they get the same, you don't win. It's only the first person, so it's Lizard Caveman. If that was it, I'll have to check the stream because I didn't notice if the logo popped up or not. And I'm like, I think I did have it set to Mongoose sticker tonight for 666,
That's badass.
which means he won one of the secret prizes. But we had some more
Can only
questions in the chat.
Win once.
Let's go.
I'm not doing a double up. Sorry, Lizard. I'm not doing your. Hey, John Jacoby again. Holy,
Let's go.
let's
We've
go,
created
bud.
a monster.
Hammer
Because episodes are
This guy.
sponsored
Cheers,
by
buddy.
just one guy over and over again.
Yeah, this live is sponsored by John Jacoby. Listen, all right. People are finally getting on board with me here, starting to really see the moon landing for what it is. Fake. All right. People ask me what my reasons were on why I believed it's fake. One, Buzz Aldrin's out here telling people it was fake, right? I've said it numerous times. I think it was all fake to bankrupt the Russians.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right?
Didn't Stanley Kubrick film it? Is that what happened?
Yeah, Stanley Kubrick filmed it, right? In secret. Fucking hashtag look it up. Right? That's why I think it's fake.
So you've really done a lot more research.
So
it sounds
just to be
Yeah.
clear here, so do you think the first moon landing was fake, or the subsequent moon landings as well?
The first
if
one.
we go,
the first
yeah,
one,
if we go,
100%
if we
fake.
go back to the original recording of the moon landing episode, Braden did not realize we went to the moon more than once. He thought it was just fake. I was like, no, we went like
Because
6
it's-
fucking times or something.
No.
First one, 100% fake.
And then they figured it out
100%
for the rest
fake.
of them.
And then they figured it. Well, they're like, fuck.
Well,
we
the
better-
rush was over.
Yeah, the
This
rush
is
was
a
over.
panic.
So now it's right.
Yeah.
If they
And then they're like, hey, you know what? Some of the science we were using might check out to do this thing.
We made all these props. We might as well use them. We made them
Yeah,
super
they're
accurate.
like-
We might as well just fucking
Yeah,
put them
they're
into
like,
space.
shit, these are actually functional. And Kubik's like, only the best, man. I only nothing's fake there.
because if they say they did make 6 fake moon landings, every one you think would look a little better, but they
Yeah.
don't. They all look the same.
the first one looks bad. Like the footage
It looks
is old.
like
Yeah,
you
but
had
we
to
had
somehow
fuck
get
all
a
for
camera.
CGI
Fucking
back then.
1960.
Yeah.
It looks
Didn't
like you
have
had,
any CGI.
It looks like you had to get a film camera heavily shielded up to the moon and then try and take a video.
Yeah.
That's what it looks
But here's
like.
the thing, dude. The fucking it's shielded, okay, shielded. But then you would have to have some sort of fucking glass to shoot the film, right? To see out of there, right? And that would the glass isn't.
I remember we looked into
Just reflect radiation.
We looked into this before, and 98% of the footage was unusable because it was out of focus. So you had to get lucky because you couldn't focus because you wearing a giant fucking helmet.
Yeah. You're just hoping that you're at the right distance of like.
Yeah. And they only had fucking oil riggers up there. All they knew how to do was drill. You didn't train any fucking filmmakers to be astronauts.
The best part about Armageddon is it was easier to train oil drillers to be astronauts than astronauts to be oil drillers.
Absolutely.
I remember reading something that Ben Affleck asked, what's his name? Michael Bay about that. And then he said, fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much.
It doesn't matter.
Because I imagine Michael Bay's like, fuck you, I'm going to go make Transformers and make $1 billion.
I'm gonna make 7 more. Did he make all the Transformers or did he just make the first one?
Made like first 6.
I've only seen the first one. I don't see any of the ones.
Yeah.
I think I skipped.
They went downhill from about half an hour in to the rest of the series, right to the end.
I got a question for you guys. What's the worst fucking child's name you've ever heard?
Child?
Oh,
Worst child's name?
Yeah, worst name that you've ever heard anyone name their kid.
There's this kid in Nova's daycare. His name is Distance, and I hate it.
Terrible. Yep.
that's fair.
Distance. What?
That's pretty bad.
Distance?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm trying to think of the worst name I've heard. I have one. I can't
just
say
fucking
it.
let it rip, buddy.
No, I
just
can't. I
fucking
can't say it.
say
No.
it. Oh God.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
You don't think the parents are listening to this being like, oh, it's us. We fucked up.
Yeah, well, they know
sure.
now.
Yeah, exactly. So let it rip, buddy.
I'll
Let's
tell you.
go.
I'll tell you guys after. Yeah, I might get a question. I
Give
might
me
get a
another
text
one
being
then.
like,
Give me a
I
second worst
might
then.
get a text with someone being like, "Hey, that one you didn't want to say, was that me?"
Yeah.
So
the
bad
second
that name
one.
is. Braden's pretty bad.
It's not bad.
It's good. What's wrong
It's
with
bad
that?
when I see it spelled with like Y's and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why do people do that?
I fucking A's and shit all over the place.
Come on,
Yeah.
give me one.
I'm trying to think of like baby names that I've heard now and seen. Egbert was pretty bad.
Egbert's great.
That's a noble name. I like that one.
That's a great name. Classic.
That's almost
Strong.
Yeah,
should've
that was
been.
my
Smart.
first choice.
Should've
but
been.
yeah. God damn, there's so many bad ones. It's hard for me to think any like new name that's like made up. You know what I mean? Like Distance and that kind
All
of
right,
shit.
Dan,
like,
what do you
fucking
got?
Pilot.
I can't think of any on the top of my
Okay, well, I
head.
got 2.
Like, I don't dig through kids' names.
Well, this is hard because this is back-to-back years now. Last year, we
Yeah.
went to the pumpkin patch.
Right.
And this lady, like whatever, playing with with Niall at the time, because we only had one. And this lady like comes like pushing through people all dramatically. She's all fucking like fancy looking. And she like belts out, 'cause she's looking for a kid, and she like belts out as loud as she can. She's like, Hemingway!
Okay.
And like me and Jess look at each other and we're like, what a fucking pretentious ass name. Is it like Hemingway? Like that's his first name?
Yeah.
So I was like,
Hemingway.
okay. So it's always stuck with us. Like whenever I can't find
Hemingway.
Niall, I'll always start yelling Hemingway and she'll laugh, like whatever. Inside joke. Today we're at the old
Hemingway.
patch.
Terrible.
We're at the patch today. Gets worse. So we're in Kelowna. Maybe one of the whitest towns in Canada, at least. Like, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
So I might be the darkest thing at this pumpkin patch.
Oh yeah. You were getting eyes for
And
sure.
this lady comes running out yelling for another kid. And at first I'm like, well, that's obviously she's talking to an animal. At least it's a terrible name for an animal. The kid's name was Malibu. Oh, like that's gotta be the worst fucking name I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bad.
Malibu.
Yeah, Malibu.
Little boy.
Malibu's pretty bad.
Little boy named Malibu. Poor
Like if you
Malibu.
just got to think when you name it your kid, you got to think of future nicknames and just high school.
Mally's a good.
Just-
Mally's a good name.
Just in general, like your name.
But
What's your name?
it's gonna
Malibu. Malibu.
Was it a girl or a
bad
boy?
Boy.
Do you know? It's a
yeah, little boy.
Yeah, it's even worse.
I mean, like you
Yeah,
could.
it's
He'll
worse.
he'll probably end up going by Mal at some point, and
Mal's
people are like,
not
"Oh,
bad.
is
Yeah,
that short
just
for
Mal.
Malcolm? Is that that's
Or
cool?
Mal-
No, Malibu.
He's like,
Alec?
no,
No,
it's
it's
short
just
for Malibu
Malibu.
Barbie.
It's just Mal.
Short for Malibu.
Yeah, if that's you when you grow up, you're just Mal forever. You never say Malibu.
Yeah, it did never.
right.
I would never.
All right,
admit
it was
my name
Staggering when I heard that. Yeah,
There's
right?
someone I know in town here. It's pretty
Just
rough
fucking
one.
say it.
Last name Storm, and they named their kid Skipper.
Skipper Storm.
Yeah.
That kid's gonna be
I
on the
was
news.
just
That kid will be
Yeah.
hosting he'll be doing the weather
Yeah, you
for sure. 100%.
you gave
Skip
your
Storm.
kid a career with that name.
Yeah, it's Skip
Yeah.
Storm.
Oh, that's good.
Right?
I
Skip
like
Storm?
that. I didn't think
Skip
of that.
Storm, weather on the nines.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually not a bad name
Holy
at all.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I changed it. Holy phenomenal.
around on it.
I've
Takes
never
it
heard of. I've never heard Skip.
Yeah,
right?
Skip.
It's
I
just
went
been
to school with
Skipper,
Skip.
and I'm like
Guy was a beauty.
Skipper. Yeah, Skip Storm
Yeah.
It's good.
at 9.
I said it.
Yeah,
He's,
that's good.
he is
Yeah.
destined for greatness as a meteorologist.
There is no topic. There is never a topic on Sundays. It's whatever we want to talk about. Whatever you guys want to talk about it. We got Swayze in the chat. He said Lord Malibu. Ugh, it's Dan high. Dan's never high. Duchess of Doobies. Hey, thanks for coming in. Just scrolling through to see if we've got any questions before I move it back to Discord. So the next question I'm going to read. What time does the live start? 6:30. You idiot.
That's what I put. Somebody said 7:30. I'm like, nah, man.
I'm always a little bit impressed by the number of people that always ask, like, when do you get? Because when we started, like back in the days that we did Cosmic Channels, and it was like we kind of started out like the first couple with like actual topics, and then we kind of chucked that out the window like pretty quick. And then now it's like people always asking us like, what's the topic for like whatever? And people were still asking us when we were doing Cosmic Channels, and like
We did legit like 6
iteration.
episodes of topic, and they
or
were like,
6 seasons
topics.
or whatever. We're like,
Well,
and then
we
people were
can't
like,
do
what's the topics? And I was like, there's no topics anywhere. None. It's free form.
hasn't
It's
been
out.
topics for
whatever you want
2 years.
for the longest time.
What are y'all talking about? Whatever we want to
Yeah,
talk
whatever,
about is
whatever.
what we're talking about.
Shoot us anything. Whatever. It's all good.
Skip Storm. That's good. Malibu, bad.
Storm.
I don't mind Hemingway, to be honest.
I think it's terrible.
It's the last name, seems like.
Yeah.
It is a last name.
You're
Yeah.
pushing it.
What's this like? What's your story behind that? Is
We knew a guy, his middle name was Ananda. I thought that was a bad name.
Oh, that's but
That's probably a cultural name.
that's a
like
traditional name.
no,
Yeah.
it's not a cultural
Isn't it?
name.
Not
It's not what
theirs?
you think, and it's no.
His
I
last name is
knew
Brown,
a kid in
so
Ananda,
he's
like
not
in
that
Thailand.
cultural.
There's a kid named
His first name is Joe. Joe Ananda Brown.
I mean, Ananda is a Thai name. Like, I knew kids that are named
He's not
Ananda.
Thai.
This guy is not
He's
Thai.
definitely not Thai.
I mean,
He's just a white alpha male with the middle name
Yeah.
Ananda.
Well, that's
Ananda.
probably it right there. It's like a boy named Sue. He became alpha male because he got such a stupid middle
Ananda
name.
was the name of a king.
Got to fucking defend it. Right?
I hope Joe hears this one.
I seen Joe not
I
that
think-
long ago. He's just exactly the same. It's awesome.
Oh, he'll never
yeah.
change.
We're at a kid.
Oh, yeah.
We're at a 1-year-old kid's birthday, and Joe's like, "You want to go have a beer?" I was like, "Sure." I go to the car, and behind the tire, he's already have 4 beers already. It's 1 p.m.
I ran into him when we went to Byron's when I was in town for the baby shower, and I was telling Jamie we were buying a baby gift, and I was like, I don't know if we should buy beer or not. I don't know what kind of what the vibe's going to be. So we weren't going to pick up any alcohol. Then I ran into Jenna, and I see just Joe sitting in the van, and he just looks in. I look at him, and I go, "Oh, are you going to Byron's?" He goes, "Yes." He goes, "We're getting beer now, right?" I said, "Sure, buddy." Crush a 6-pack.
You will recognize the
Best
name
baby
Joe
shower
Brown
ever
if you
had.
listen to the original "What's the Meaning of This" podcast that has been scrubbed from the internet now
Good.
for potential
Kill it with
lawsuits.
fire.
Yeah. Well, it's only, yeah. There's only, I mean,
We did 9 episodes, I think.
no one could sue us for defamation. No one could sue us that we talked about because we would just say, hey, whip it out. If we're lying, whip it out.
No shit. Forgot about that. What a piece of shit I am.
Piece of garbage, eh?
God, yeah. Holy.
Yeah, if you want access to those,
They're
patreon.com/alien
at the
theories
very
podcast.
start of the Patreon feed, way back in 2017.
Oh, I was an asshole. Holy
Yeah. It's funny. Michael Swayze says, let's talk about how Golden Girls checks out. I never watched Golden. Oh,
Golden Girls is
hold
great.
on.
Like, checks
Speaking of
out, like,
sitcoms,
it's a funny, it's
Great.
a great show.
Holds up, you mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
That show was
absolutely.
fucking hilarious. It's even
Great
funnier
show.
now.
I still think that would be our greatest ad is us redoing that, but thank you for being a theorist or a theorite.
So good.
Thank you
Just
for being
Yeah,
a
that
theorist.
song holds up too.
Right?
Fucking
Did you guys see Matthew Perry pass away?
Yeah.
Old
sad.
Chandler Bing.
Fucking Canadian legend.
Unpopular opinion. You ready? Ready for my unpopular opinion?
It's the
Sure.
best part of Fallout
Friends
New
sucked.
Vegas.
That TV show fucking sucked.
Wasn't
That
great.
show's not funny. It's not funny.
Wasn't
That
great.
show is a show you watch when you're depressed and
wife
you need
watches it
something
every day.
comfort.
It's on
When
in
you
the
need
background
something
every
comforting
day.
to put it on because you're just like, life is too difficult. I just need to watch other people struggle at it.
You know,
And then you put
the,
on that show.
You know the beginning where they're like splashing around in the fountain?
Sure.
Yeah.
Saw a meme and they're all splashing on the fountain and then fucking Chandler's floating in the background.
Pretty
fucked up, boys. It's pretty fucked up.
Too soon.
Yeah, it was awful, man.
What was it?
I didn't know-
Suspected cardiac arrest in the tub or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was playing pickleball, I guess, for a couple hours, and then he went back to his place.
Well,
for
yeah,
a
that'll
tub.
do it. It'll do it.
Well, guys,
we've all been
struggle
there,
with
yeah.
abuse and
His
he's
heart's
not the
probably taking
healthiest
a
guy in the
beating
world.
over the drug
Yeah.
use and stuff.
Apparently, he was a big Fallout the games fan. Like they,
Holy fuck.
They actually reached out to him. Like he was a character. He played a pretty character in Fallout New Vegas. Like he did the voice. He did the voice acting for Benny. I think.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And like, because after they found out that he was a big fan, like I guess he had already made it clear. Like before, they reached out to him and they're like, "Why don't you come voice character?"
You understand that that's not his greatest accomplishment, though. Friends or being in Fallout, neither analyze that. Not his best fucking accomplishment. You know what his best accomplishment was? Beating up Trudeau in high school.
Yeah, I
did.
forgot he fought. I forgot he beat up our prime minister. in high
He
school.
kicked his ass in high school.
Yeah.
It's in his fucking memoir.
And even Justin Trudeau admitted it. He's like, yeah, that happened. I got beat up by Chandler Bing.
He got binged.
That show fucking sucked. I'll stand by that. You watch that show, take out the laugh track, and it's fucking the best. There's an edit you can look up on YouTube if you think if you're one of those people that thinks Friends funny. Watch, there's someone edited episodes and it's just called Friends, except it's only one person laughing. And so they make the joke, and instead of the laugh track, it's just one person in the background be like, ha ha ha, ha ha ha.
That's
and
like,
you realize
that's
how
a lot
unfunny that shit is.
That's a lot of shows, though. You could make the case for that. Like if you just have one person,
Oh, buddy.
That's like
Okay,
fucking what's it called? The
I think
Big Bang
it's
Theory.
just not
and you're
your-
like,
that
Big
show's
Bang
awful.
Theory. That
That's
show's
not a-
terrible.
that is not
Two
a
and a
funny
half
show
men.
at all.
But all those
Not a funny show.
shows spawned from Friends. The success of Friends, this fucking bullshit show that wasn't funny. They're like, just add a laugh track, and these fucking idiots will think it's funny. Yeah. And like you,
No, everyone was trying
watch-
to follow the Seinfeld path because Seinfeld ruled.
yeah, and they couldn't do it. And honestly, John Jacoby. He was so high in my books, and then he said Friends and Seinfeld sucked.
Ooh, dropped.
Buddy,
Dropped
buddy,
out,
you dropped.
baby.
Listen,
You
hold on
dropped.
though. Here, there's the
Dropped.
thing though. Here's the thing.
It's a hard fall.
Did you
It's a
only
fall
watch
off.
Seinfeld as a child, John Jacoby? Because
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
the thing.
being a child and in the background be like, what the fuck is this? This is terrible. And then as I matured, I grew to fucking love it. Like that's
Maybe
there
John
are-
Jacoby's 13 right now. We don't know.
Yeah, that's a good
true.
point. But yeah,
can't
it's
tell.
blasphemous. Seinfeld's fucking
He's got
hilarious.
he's got his parents' credit card. That's why he's giving us so much money.
Spend away, buddy.
Keep spending $1,000. Throw it over.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I think Friends bred like this terror because Big Bang Theory.
That show's not
I've
funny.
never
Not funny.
I've never met anyone where I'm like, hey, what? Like, oh, you watched Big Bang Theory last night? Like, no one said that. That's
Hasn't
a
that
line
show
that's
been
never
over for
been
like
said.
10 years or something?
Hopefully.
Thank God.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Didn't they have a spin-off and shit? Like,
I've mindfully or mindlessly watched a lot of those shows just because they're on in the background. But I've never really, I couldn't tell you the characters.
the Big Bang Theory and Two and a Half Men had the same formula where it was one character does dialogue, the next character does punchline, that cue laugh track. Next character does dialogue, next character says witty line, that laugh track cues. And I'm watching, I'm just like, I can't fucking take this anymore. Like, I'd rather kill myself than continue watching this.
They found a formula and they ran with it because those shows killed.
I mean,
Isn't
the
Friends,
other one was that-
Friends the most successful show of all time?
no, fucking Seinfeld.
I
Has to be
think it might be Friends.
Has to be Seinfeld, dude. It has to be Seinfeld.
Most successful show ever. Should we go with highest grossing?
Yeah,
Okay,
let's go
highest
highest
grossing.
grossing.
Here's a list from Collider. Highest grossing shows. Number 1, The Simpsons.
Yeah. Okay.
Number
Okay,
2,
yeah, that
that's
checks
good.
out.
Friends. Number 3, actually, the first few seasons of the show is funny in my opinion. Modern Family.
That is a
Yeah,
good show.
no,
That's a good show.
That was a good show. That was a good show.
Because they get rid of the laugh track, right? It's just like that situational filming
Cinema
style.
Vietary,
Yeah.
cinema
Oh my
Vietary
God, what's
feel.
Julie Bowen?
Oh,
And then
She's the
number
love of my
4,
life.
Big Bang Theory. 5, Cheers. 6.
but this is
Frasier.
inflation with
7.
Frasier's great.
Frasier?
Frasier's
Seven.
great.
Doing a
I
reboot.
hate
Aren't they doing
Frasier.
the Frasier's
Frasier's
doing a
great.
revival or
Seinfeld
whatever?
at number 7.
damn.
This fucking son of a bitch.
Everybody Loves Raymond. Grey's Anatomy.
That's a good show, too.
Like the
and
Frasier's a spin-off, so it's
Two
like
and-
Cheers and Frasier.
Two and a Half Men.
I hate Everybody Loves Raymond. I can't stand that guy's voice.
Yeah, it's not similar at all to anyone we know.
No,
I fucking hate it. It
like
just
listening to your-
shivers up my spine.
just hate listening to yourself talk.
No, he cleared the way for every other nasally voice
Nasally.
to break through.
Yeah. Yeah.
You owe him
He's
a lot
the
of
main
credit.
reason.
Actually.
He's the main reason I got someone was like, that motherfucker sounds like Ray Romano. And I was like, I booked a nose job the next
Yeah, but you
week.
sound the same.
You actually go.
Still
No,
sound
I
like him.
I
definitely.
think you might have got more nasally after the nose job.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, you look better.
There's no way. There's no way.
You do. You look better.
Oh,
Yeah.
The nose looks great.
Instead of teeth, fucking straight nose. Like, good looking guy, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Real glow up. And then I lost my hair. I didn't get it. There was like a 6-month window where it was like, God damn, look at this guy.
Look at
And
me
then
now.
I just, it all fell apart.
Age, buddy.
Getting old. Getting
Sucks.
old.
I had a dentist appointment. You guys do the classic like a week out of the dentist
Start
appointment.
flossing?
You're like just prepping you're just prepping yourself
flossing.
for the question, for the getting grilled there when she's like getting the fucking water pick ready. She's like, so brush and flossing, how's that going? And I'm like, twice a day, brushing twice a day. And then she goes, like, I can just taste like she's doing the back,
Taste
getting
the
in there,
blood.
and I'm like, ooh, is that blood I'm tasting? I'm like, I'm not fooling anyone today. She goes, morning and night? And I go,
Sometimes.
Like I'm brushing morning and night.
I brush morning and night. I do not
say,
floss.
Oh, brush.
I
Yeah,
do not
the
floss.
flossing's
Yeah,
where
flossing.
the flossing's where if you get to the dentist and you haven't flossed that much in the last month, and they're like, "You're bleeding a lot. Do you floss?" I try. I try my best.
You get those little sticks in there once in a while.
Yeah. Like I have permanent like metal retainers. And so like in order to floss those like 4 teeth, I got to slide floss through, and it gives me the heebie-jeebies. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So I use a water pick on those ones, and I tell them every time, like, those teeth, it's not getting done unless we pull those metal retainers out. I can't do it.
No can do.
Fucking gives me the heebs. Can't do it. What's like realistically flossing if you floss at night? Here's my thought process. And I just think this is big dentistry trying to get you to use more floss needlessly.
Sure.
This is some advertisement. This is just like how Crest shows that you layer the whole fucking toothbrush with toothpaste.
Yeah.
And you don't need a fucking dollop.
You just need a little pea size. Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
This is fucking big floss. Because listen,
Buddy, you
you're
put too
flossing
much
your
in
teeth.
there, it's fucking brutal.
Yeah, you flossing your teeth. You're getting all the fucking bits of food stuck in the gum line and stuff. You didn't eat while you're sleeping. Right?
but
You
it's
didn't
like
eat.
sitting
What's
in
stuck in there?
Like,
What's sitting
No,
in
but
there?
you
There's
floss
nothing
before
in
you go to
there.
bed.
the food?
You already did it. There's no food in there. You
don't have to do it in
eat
the morning.
after you go to bed.
What are you talking
You
about?
have like a
like
You
what are
eat
talking
all
about?
day
Like,
and then you
about-
floss it out at night.
floss at night.
that's
Yeah,
what
you
I'm
don't
floss
have to
it out.
floss in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm saying
I don't know.
the morning floss is useless.
I was saying,
Yeah,
no, I was
let's
like,
be
I thought you
real
said
here.
floss before you go to bed.
Well,
I was like,
I'll
yeah,
agree.
floss
I won't
before
say it's useless, but if you're just gonna, if you can only pick one time to floss, you're flossing at night.
Yeah, 100%.
sure.
The morning people, if there's people out there who are strictly morning flossers, disgusting.
Let me tell you something about those people, though.
Absolutely
They go to the
disgusting.
dentist, they'd have a big smile. The hygienist gets in there and goes, "Oh, you must floss twice a day." And they go, "Yes, I do. Yes, I do." They're
Yeah, they lie.
immaculate. Their gums are immaculate. There's not even a hint of gingivitis.
Yeah.
They're never going to have dentures. They're going to have, when they're 80 years old, they'll have their original teeth. And they'll be laughing at us with our fucking double layered dentures. We're 70.
I don't know, man. Like our generation has way healthier teeth than the previous.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Fluoride,
no
baby.
doubt.
Just
Yeah.
the
That's why we're
rate
all
of smoking
docile,
alone
too.
is going to save millions of teeth. Just because people
The
don't
only
really
shitty
smoke
thing-
that much.
Coffee.
And also, like, none of us have use meth.
Yeah.
Huge
Not
factor.
yet.
It's a huge factor nowadays.
Not
Don't
yet.
count
Sounds
it out.
like
You
it's
don't
still
know.
early.
It's still early. There's a lot of
Yeah.
time for us to go. Someone to fall off the wagon here and just go down the fucking bender.
Hey, it seems kind of fun, you know. Maybe just once.
You're sitting there on a Sunday, you're going to a kid's birthday party. You're like, hey, first it's beers, and then it's like, hey, you want to do a little meth
Yeah.
before we go?
Hey,
You want to really liven this
I
party?
worked
up?
with a guy one time, and he straight up told me, he's like, if I get a headache, sometimes I do a little meth.
And he's like,
How
funny
do you
story.
get to that first?
I got a headache every day.
Was there a lead up to
It
that?
sounds like he's getting.
Was there a
he
lead up to
sounds
that?
like
He
he's
just
getting
like walked up and
withdrawals.
he's just like, hey, sometimes I get a little headache.
No, the lead up is this. I've been working with this guy for years, and then one day he's like,
Right.
he just told me, he's like, yeah, when I get a headache, sometimes I do a little meth, and I went,
Sometimes I get.
It's called withdrawal, brother.
Yeah,
why.
sometimes I get withdrawal like symptoms. So I just fucking,
So I do a little more
I gotta
meth.
cut that. Do a little more meth. Cuts the edge real quick.
this guy
You can't
also
argue with that
wore the
math.
exact same
Yeah.
sweatsuit every day for years.
Oh.
I don't know if he had multiple of the same one.
Yeah.
Because he didn't actually really stink that. Like, he didn't like stink like a guy who wore the same clothes every day, but every day he had the exact same fucking suit on.
People sweat a lot when they do meth, and they usually stink. So he's probably got
He
multiple.
must have multiple, or he just
It's
washes every
closet
night.
full.
He washes every other day. He washes the suit.
He's probably a hard worker though.
No, he got fired.
Yeah.
Nah.
People who do
Doing
meth,
meth.
they always need jobs. Like those are the people
Yeah.
you see on the side of the street that are sweeping shit, or like cleaning windows
Yeah.
that they don't need to clean,
know
or
what?
like picking up garbage.
Maybe that's why he actually got fired, because he stopped doing meth and he became way less efficient at his
Oh,
job.
yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's an amphetamine, man. I think it makes you like it's going to give you a little.
It's like,
pep in
it's like
your
the,
step.
the top of that family of drugs, meth.
Oh yeah, it's going to give you a fucking little juice.
People love their Adderall and their Ritalin, but you want a little meth if you want the good stuff.
So we're pretty sure we did opium in the jungle that one time. Like that's what that was.
That was 100% opium, like paste.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
A long time ago, but we didn't know what it was at the time. But when some old guy called Dr. Feelgood tells you to smoke it, what are you gonna do?
When you say no,
not.
Yeah, we're gonna say no.
would not do that ever.
We hiked through the poppy fields, and then that night he went, "You want to do some opium?"
He did not say you want to do some opium. He said
No.
Dr.
Boys wanna do
Feelgood.
some drugs.
Dr. Feelgood didn't speak English. It was the guide who said, "He's my
Yeah.
friend."
And you can go in there and have a good time with Dr. Feelgood. And me and Zell was like, okay. So I went in there. I thought we were getting hand jobs.
We're on vacation.
This old guy,
Yeah.
no teeth, can't speak a lick of English, just smiling at us.
you're like
Just
doctors.
just like a-
Yeah, you guys are progressive. You thought like doctors. Oh, it's a female occupation. Like, it's like,
well, no, we knew.
neutral.
We saw. He was hiking
Oh.
35 feet behind us the whole time. Looked like he was about to die. And then he smiled at us, didn't speak a lick of English, and I was like, we smoked some with him, and I turned to Zell. I was like, I don't think this guy's a doctor.
No, I'm just Googling opium pipes right now, and that's exactly what he had. It was definitely opium.
It was. Yeah.
Nice.
It was fun.
I mean, no, like
That was a good
that
time.
tracks. Like, you go to a doctor, they prescribe you opium now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, like, let's go.
Oh, that does track.
Everything's come full circle. I mean, they used to do that in like early 1900s. It's all come full circle.
Milk of the
Like
poppy.
opium was bad. Now it's back.
Welcome, Aaron Goldberg.
Welcome back to the
just making
Victorian era, everybody.
Goldberg.
Yeah,
My-
Aaron
let me get my
Goldberg.
copy.
Just,
Goldberg.
he's just making the live here. First one. People always say we look nothing like what they think. We're far handsomer.
Yes.
That's what.
That's
from-
yeah,
not
probably.
bad.
They're
Probably
never
sound
going to
like
listen
fucking-
again now after they've seen our faces.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're working on it, but like most podcasts have one like super obese guy. I'm just saying. There's no knock on other podcasts if you listen. Most of them got one huge guy.
Big guy.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. but,
No,
like,
you've
working on
been
one
there.
ish.
You've reverted. You're not there
You
anymore.
have.
yeah. I'm one real.
You
big
probably
guy.
fluctuate the most on the podcast for sure.
Oh yeah, dude. I'll fluctuate 30 pounds easy.
Yeah.
No problem.
So when you're off the mat.
Yeah. Right now, I'm on the meth. I'm getting meth skinny right now. Why don't we open the phone lines? 15 minutes left. Open the phone lines. If you got a spooky story, alien story, you want to ask us a question, you want to tell us a theory, you just want to ask us a question,
You-
call 1-833-703-0424. The lines are going to be open for the end of the show. Whatever you want to talk about, feel free. Jump on in. In the meantime, let me just check Discord here, see if we had another question here. Hold on. Why? I don't know why it's not showing people's names in Discord for me. It's so weird. Who's K? Maybe their name is just K. It is just K.
Just K. There you go.
Like Agent K?
Maybe. I don't think it's Agent K though, because Agent K does the. They just rebranded the podcast. I don't remember the new name. It used to be Alien Conspiracy Podcast.
Oh yeah.
And I was talking with him, and he was like, I can't remember what they changed it to. Hold on, let me check. I know All Things Strange. That's what they changed it to. But I don't think.
Wasn't that Agent Anderson's fucking podcast?
Yeah, Agent Anderson. But there's an Agent K too. But I don't think is she on. I don't think so. Anyways, they said didn't they lose the original moon footage? I think so. I think it's gone now. Like I think the actual like film is gone.
Yeah, didn't someone crack it open and they were like it got exposed or something? And
Convenient.
Convenient.
Yeah, convenient.
They did. Well, I know they've lost a lot of footage. I don't know if the exact original has been lost, but
I know there's
got to go to Kubrick's fucking place, get the rest
the
of it.
chunk with the aliens
day,
on it, the alien buildings on it, and the Nazi
to
moon
this day,
bases.
one of the coolest fucking things that's ever happened to us on the show. Well, to me personally on the show, maybe Zell. I don't think Dan or Andrew, you guys kind of got fucked over because it was too early on. A guy whose grandpa,
The pictures.
sent us fucking
I remember that.
original OG fucking photos. And me and Zell have OG original
I still
photos.
have mine.
Mine's just around the corner.
guys just hoarded
so do
them.
I.
We saw.
Yeah. What are we supposed to rip him in half?
Yeah.
It's fine.
the guy requested we send them back, and we did. We should have kept them.
Yeah, we should have kept them.
Big dummies.
Yeah.
Idiots should have kept those fuckers.
Pretty nice. I did high-res scan all of them though. They're cool.
They're cool.
They're my background image.
I had mine in a frame that fell and smashed, but I still have the photo up on the mantle here. I can't reach it. I'd get it right now. I'll knock a whole bunch of shit over trying to get to it.
Where's everybody asking about the moon stuff? Like,
was there something happening?
Was something happened to the moon?
No. Somebody just started a conversation about the moon in the group.
A bunch of questions about the moon.
Yeah.
People just throwing in questions about
The hot top.
We got mirrors on the moon. It's basically a giant disco ball now, technically.
Yes.
We got mirrors on the moon for reflecting
one.
lasers and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's like the second stage part of the rockets floating.
That's cool.
So cool.
Yeah, you can see the strings in that picture.
Yeah, it's fake as fuck.
100%, man. That's a fucking Lego toy.
All right, we got to call and
it.
see if hopefully I got this working here. We're gonna find out real quick. Hello, Alien Theorists theorizing.
Hey, what's going on? This is John Jacoby.
Hey, holy
buddy.
shit.
Our sponsor.
So you're not a child, so I don't know why you don't like Seinfeld so much.
Yeah.
Hey, so yeah, just going to say, hey,
John, have you seen my credit card?
hey, Mom, get out of my room.
That's great.
That's awesome.
That's great.
And then he just hung up.
What are these $20?
Beauty. Guy's a beauty.
Called it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Nailed it.
All right, can't beat that. Can't beat that
Nope.
call.
That was gold.
All right, the line is working, so we keep the line open here for a few
Line
minutes.
is tested. Ain't working.
Line is tested. John got busted by his mom, took his credit card back. Now we're broke.
Yeah.
Bandito
Podcast
Frito was
over.
the one who asked me to tell my theory of why I think the moon landing's fake. But she said, I asked Braden to give his theory, alien, why it's fake, the moon landing. Holy, you're writing like me here, and I don't understand. I asked Braden to give his theory, alien, why it's fake,
Is alien in
the moon
parentheses or
landing.
something? Or-
No?
No.
Typo. What's the typo? Which part is the typo?
What part is the typo?
All right,
Was she's probably
another call.
listening. Clarify.
Hello, Alien Theorists theorizing.
Oh,
Oh, what the shit is that?
what is happening?
Caller, fix your fucking phone.
Holy.
Jesus.
Terrifying.
Oh,
Is this guy? I think he's calling from the moon.
I think he's currently skydiving.
The accent? Nope.
Sorry, hang up.
Ah,
Yeah, sorry about
Call
it.
back. Maybe it was a bad connection.
interesting.
Maybe.
Are you calling from a numbers station? Are you calling from a numbers station? Like,
Either possessed. Or,
Michael Swayze said in Chirpin Bandito Frito said, "That's a beautiful haiku." I asked Braden to give his theory alien, why it's fake, the moon landing.
There you go.
it's good.
It's pretty close.
it's probably voice chat.
Yeah.
I always send those all the time. And then I read it after. I'll put some in the group voice chat. And I'm like, I sound like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, Duchess of Doobie said that's probably the ATI. The
All right,
alien
here we got
theorist
another caller.
Illuminati.
Hello, Alien Theorist Theorizing.
Do I sound like I'm skydiving now?
Ah, there we go.
There we
No,
go.
no, it's
it's
way better. There we go.
Better.
What's your name?
Hey,
What's your
some call me John Jacoby. Hey,
He's back.
You're back. You took the whoop in and called back.
no,
What's going on,
hey,
brother?
no. So I was thinking about the alien tractor beams and all that. So what about if? Because I personally think that UFOs use anti-gravity, but I think that has to do with some kind of with magnets. So couldn't they take our blood, iron in our blood, and use that? Because you see, when they get sucked up in the UFO, their bodies become like kind of locked and get sucked up into the UFO. You know what I'm saying?
So
You don't have a
Yeah,
ton
like
of
that
iron in
fruit-
your
like they
blood,
get-
though.
yeah, I will direct. I'd have to direct you towards
hold on.
X-Men 2.
Yeah,
I've seen this shit.
Yeah, I like his. I like the math from X-Men X2 United.
Yeah.
But like, I just think I don't think there's enough in there like to do that. But
It would just
I understand
pull.
where you come from. Where like
it would like
Yeah.
tractor beam and pull out of your eyeballs or something. And then this little bit
Yeah.
of blood would come flying out.
Yeah, horrifying.
that's what I think too. It's like
Yeah.
I don't think your capillaries and shit would hold together if that was what's getting pulled. I don't think that would like hold your body in place. Maybe
like all of the
I don't
that
know.
iron.
I don't know though.
Those iron stuff would like stay and it would stay still. It would like impede circulation.
No, the
Like,
first
whatever.
alien abduction
Fuck
that
shit
they
up.
came here, they're like, oh, they have iron in their blood. Let's try this, and then they just rip that person apart. They're like,
Exploded 'em.
whoops, try new plan.
So, hey, yeah, but sorry, I just had to make a joke there. Let me crack you
That's
guys up.
great.
But yeah, love what you guys are doing. That's why I support the show. I want to
yeah,
encourage
thanks,
you
brother.
guys to keep going.
Appreciate it, man.
We appreciate it, brother. Fuck yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Beauty.
Bye.
Jesus Christ.
But I mean, it could be magnets because how do they work? I don't know.
Yeah.
Kev, have you guys heard of this? Carmen in the chat said, have you guys heard of the Eater robot, EATR? And it's
Is that the one that eats?
energetically
biological-
autonomous tactical robot. And it just shows like
Oh,
a
it eats
fucking
people.
robot
Yeah.
eating a person.
I remember reading an article about that. It's like basically turns biomass into energy or whatever. So you just like it would eat and it would theorecally and like
The
consume any type of biomass.
energetically autonomous tactical robot, the Eater, was intended to consume vegetation, not animals. Told the robot's inventor told Reuters. Yet claims
Oh, that's
circulating on
some
social
Skynet
media
shit.
suggest, without evidence, that the biological matter the robot was designed to fuel itself on could mean the flesh of mammals.
People.
Why not?
It's
The fuel
consuming
is
people.
Why not?
The fuel is people. I mean, the scary thought, like, yeah, it's fucking Matrix. Baby.
Oh, speaking of robots, did everybody see
starts.
the video? Like, I guess was it MIT or Boston? Like they put out they
Dynamic
connect,
or
yeah,
whatever?
Boston Dynamic. They hooked up the little spot robot to like ChatGPT so it can talk, and they gave it like different accents. They gave it like the English butler. There was one they called like a sarcastic voice they named Josh. they're like, what do you see when you look out the window, Josh, or like Spot? And it's like, I see the like unending, ceaseless void that is my life. Also, a nice tree. Like, it's some really funny shit. Like it's kind of funny, but it's also a little weird that you're just like robot
Scary.
just being like, yeah. Some of the voices you're like are really like sociable and nice, and you're like, wow, like it talks almost exactly like a person. Like they had one that was like a Valley Girl accent, and it's like it interspersed the like blah blah blah. Oh, so like the blah 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 like it blah blah and like that kind of stuff. How we talk.
Kind of sounded like Borat, but all
It
right.
was amazing. It's incredible. They had like 1920s archaeologists. Like it's just some really funny. It's impressive. How far we come.
What did that sound like? This belongs at a museum, see?
Yeah, it's like pretty much like it was just
Really?
yeah, it was funny, like it's entertaining. Just for that. But the fact that it could respond to, they had one that was like a Shakespeare one. They're like, hey, write a haiku real fast. And it was like, just popped out a haiku real quick. I was like,
Yeah. Fucking no problem, man. I can fucking pop out a haiku.
but having one of those
No
as like a
problem.
tour guide or something,
I
would
asked
be super
Braden
neat.
to give his theory, alien, why it's fake, the moon landing. Boom. Haiku.
Done.
Boom. Beautiful.
Done.
Yeah.
You're better than the spot robot. We know we got our own spot robot right here.
Oh man, I wish I had those. I used to have to do a fucking I wonder, hold on, let me check here real quick before. I did when I was in college for like the English credits, I had to do creative writing. And I kept all the writing I had to do for that. And I had to do poetry and stuff. I wonder if I have it on this computer. Probably not, but I can get it. Oh, I do have it.
You gonna grace
I
us
do
with a
write it.
gem here or what?
Yeah, would you guys like to
Sign off for the gen. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. It's almost. Do we have a call on the line?
No, we do not. It says the call's
No,
call's
shut
done
it
now.
down. This is
We're
more
looking for
important.
Braden's masterpiece here.
All right.
Way more important. Haiku it, buddy.
Okay. Hold on. Let me pull up a couple. I don't know if this is a haiku because I don't remember all the names, so I'm just opening the documents right now. This is fucking so stupid. What's this one? Hold on. That one. Okay. This one. This is a poem that I submitted for creative writing class. How old was I been? 23 maybe? 23, 24? This is titled. This is actually cool. And I'll tell you why it's cool. First off,
I thought that was the title.
I gotta tell
This
you
is
why it's
actually
We'll
cool.
judge. I
No,
think
no.
we'll
No.
be the judges of that.
Fucking
The
spell
poem-
it out here, buddy. Let's go.
the
Don't need
poem
context.
on the Word document is laid out to look like a ship with sails.
Cool.
Right?
I
That's
can't
cool.
see
Well,
that.
it sounds like it's gonna be way too long.
Lost at sea, sailing away, riding the wind, calm seas, a steady breeze, a captain's dream, a pipe dream. For Poseidon's gaze is upon us. No escape, solemn looks, silent sobs. No words are needed as our fate is sealed. Skeletons have replaced the crew. Soiled food, poison water, hopeless. The storm circles in for the kill. Though we will never know death, exchanging the title of sailors to be forever known as lost at sea.
Deep.
Pretty good, buddy.
Good one.
That's good.
Good stuff.
Beautiful.
What was your grade?
That's when I wrote
What
that.
was your grade?
That would have been great. A plus, obviously.
Yeah.
I would have written that because I'm a serial procrastinator. So that would have been written probably like 1 a.m, due at 6 a.m. Handed in. As most of my stuff was. I got
It's not serial
beautiful.
procrastinating.
I feel like
It
you
works
should
well
sign
under
it.
pressure.
Sign
Yeah.
off those every time.
I got one more for the.
Why not?
Let's see.
hear it.
It's this one. Okay. All right. One more. Hold on. Where is it? Wow, short stories on here. Oh my God. Okay. That's the longest fucking poem of all time. I can't believe I handed that in.
It's
All
not
right.
definitely not the longest poem of all time, but
Okay, this one's called The Hangman.
ooh.
I don't even recall this one at all. I recalled the
Like a
other
June
one because
poem
I
right now.
he wrote
buddy.
it blackout
You hear that?
drunk.
You're just doing.
Yeah. Accused of a crime he didn't commit. No evidence was brought forward. Just a jury of his peers that was quick to convict. Now the hangman he was ushered towards. As he stood there and heard his charges read, the hangman's bag was placed upon his head. Any last wishes before you're sentenced to die? And with the noose cinched around his throat, his response was this, and I quote, "If you hang a man, you best look him in the eye." His last request was permitted just before the final bell. Well, I don't know if they're ringing a bell. A woman screamed, "Just admit it! Hangman, send this soul to hell." With a violent pull of a lever, his floating feet begin to tremor. Unjust darkness now and ever. Huh?
Yeah. A+.
Pretty good.
I think you took the wrong career
snaps.
path, man. You should have fucking kept going.
A poet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
By yourself, Black
You've been just
Turtleneck.
waiting for this moment to share your poems, eh?
yeah.
Oh,
I
I just
was.
randomly have this file on my computer.
Oh, it's on my
it's
computer.
on my desktop.
Listen here. Listen
I
here.
wrote this like a million years ago to have it right here.
I didn't
It's
just
probably
I
not
didn't-
on this computer. Oh, there
I
it
didn't-
is.
I didn't work on these last week.
I didn't write these right before we went live.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's
Cool.
I've got I kept my whole portfolio. The reason I kept it is because I actually wrote a fucking dope short story that I was really proud of. And
Are you going to read it right now?
I don't
So we
wanna
just
brag.
decided to call
I
everything.
don't want to brag. No, it's way too long. I don't want to brag. But the teacher she's like, hey, with some work, you could probably get this published.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
I was like,
no big deal.
you said work.
This fucking
you said
Okanagan College. This fucking Okanagan College teacher's got an eye for talent. I'll tell you that. much.
Yeah, making $43,000 a year teaching creative English.
Cool.
Yeah, she scouted me. I was like, she wanted me to sign or something. I don't know. I couldn't be bothered. All right, that's it for the live this week. Unless we got a call in the line right now before we head off.
We do not.
We do not. All right, that's been the live for the week. You like hanging out with us? The next one is going to be. I don't actually know. The next one's probably going to be a live case file 300.
Yeah, we're
It'll
doing
be
that.
on
We're doing
the
it
Sunday.
on a Sunday night. Yeah.
It'll be live case file 300 on November 12th. So come hang out. We're going to probably have some clips, some calls, maybe some trivia. It's going to be a good time. We're going to be all in studio. Well, not all of us, but some of us be in studio, having some drinks, having a laugh. So that November 12th, case file 300. And if you want to support the show, alientheorists.com, go to the support tab. There's patreon.com. There's Supercast. There's different ways. Or you can be like John Jacoby, just fucking
Take your mama's credit card and just transfer
take your
us
mom's
all
credit
our money.
card.
We endorse it.
Yeah.
We endorse it.
So anyways, as we always say at the end of these things, keep those eyes on the skies.
Peace.